And the man in that video is the man at the forefront of all this, Senor Jose, the CEO for the bulk distributor, Chamber of Distributors. But look, all the things that we have to do, we need to make sure that we give a learning hand. That's what we're doing right here on the AM show, also on Join You. So Mama V is there, right there. We're all part of the challenge. I started my donation through the short code yesterday. I gave a minimum of 100. I'll do more. Haven't seen this. I'm even going to do more. And Mama V is there to give us all the latest update as to how it's going. She's looking all Ajoya boyish, shaking the head, believing me that we're all going to read together. Mama, you look like an engineer. I think you are in the wrong profession.
Well, I'll start work as an engineer once you say it suits me.
Well,
but listen, you haven't started contributing yet. Nobody has nominated you. I'm nominating you, Roland Walker, to contribute. Is the 10 Ghana challenge, but I'm not asking you, Roland Walker, to contribute 10 Ghana cedis. You can do about 1,000 Ghana cedis or more.
I did 100 yesterday. I'll be doing 100 every day, so I reach my 1,000.
This is the infectious isolation treatments. Okay, I hear you. But I'm at the project site of the Infectious Disease Isolation Treatment Center, the only one of its kind in our country. The last time I was here, just about a month ago, this was not there. It was just the foundation, but look how far we've come with the project. I am back again, this time taking up the challenge thrown at all of us by managing trustee of the private sector trust fund, Senor Jose. He's asking all of us to contribute at least 10 Ghana cedis to the completion of this project. I am just running so I can catch up with him. He would explain where we are with the project. So come with me. And Senor Jose, can we say good morning to you first of all? Say good morning to our viewers. We're live.
Yeah, good morning, good morning, viewers of Join News, people of Ghana. You're welcome to the Facility 100 project.
Great.
Currently, we are doing the external landscaping. As you can see on the walls, we are doing the texturing so we can get a painting going on. We are still testing paint colors out there. You can come with me.
All right. So here we go.
Yes. Sorry, you're on the hills, man.
Well, I came in heels. It's my fault, so that's fine.
What we have here, this is actually the floor of the entire building. This is the main entrance. So this is the ambulance ramp that would enable us to have...
Explain again.
So you have an ambulance ramp. So what we do right now is the external landscaping to enable an ambulance climb up a ramp and then drop patients for care.
Okay.
And this is the main entrance. You can come this way.
So Senor is taking us on a tour of the facility. Of course, the first time I came here, it was just the foundation.
That was just about a month and a half ago, I think. So this is going to be the main entrance of the building. Okay. We call here the pre-tried area. When patients come here, we sort them out. If people, we don't have certainty about their level of infection, we put them in the triage area to the side, right? And then there's another set of rooms here where we isolate, take tests till we confirm they are infectious. So you don't have people who come here with suspicion of infection, actually rather picking an infection in here. Okay, so when you cross in, that's what we call the corridor of hope.
This is the corridor of hope.
This is the corridor of hope. It actually walks you straight into the entire ward treatment areas. So these are standard rooms for the wards.
Can we take a look?
Yeah, we will. We will take a look. Any of them works.
Good morning.
Any of them works. We're just clearing out the floor so we can actually start the floor work. So the windows are up. You can see the ceilings are about to be done. We are working 24 hours so we can still cover and then hopefully meet our set deadline. Okay. That's the ICU is way down the corner, which we'll be walking up to. So same. So you see the rooms are pretty big, but they are big because with infectious diseases, you want to minimize cross-contamination. Here is our nursing station, which is also being firmed up, and what you see there is the medical block. That's the access. It's a one-way access coming in. Where you are right now is more the entire treatment area.
Okay.
We'll go to the ICU section briefly.
Okay.
The ICU has been fully sponsored by the Bank of Ghana. The Bank of Ghana fully sponsored the ICU, and it's going to be the first unit that's being completed. As you can see, we'll go down that way quickly before we miss.
So this is the ICU?
We'll walk in there, but I think you see what's going on here. We have an 800 kVA generator. 800 kVA generator being installed. Currently being installed by AXA, who are the suppliers of our generator. So you can see that's going on because it's going to fully powered by air condition, treated air conditions. You're going to have all the air coming in UV treated, and all the air going out also UV treated, so you don't have contamination coming in or going out of the building. It needs a lot of power. This place is fully climatically controlled, so you need backup power at all times. We are yet to actually get ECG to actually connect the place. We are not too sure whether they will be doing it in time or not. And we've also taken a decision not to pay for that kind of service. Connecting here is not something that this project should be paying for, but using the grid is something that the facility will pay for, but getting connected is not something we'll pay for. So we started with generator to power it, and we expect ECG to come through in time. So these are the ICU units. This is a typical room for the ICU. You see the ceilings this is going to be the first to be done possibly by the weekend, and then the rest will also join through, early part of next week. The ceilings are up. We should be having the flooring done by the weekend. Okay. If you have a visit, I think you should see that. So these are the bathrooms. Typically, ICUs only keep bathrooms. But we're making room for people who may be in between that situation where they could possibly move and take their own showers and use their own bathrooms.
And you say this is adopted, the Bank of Ghana has adopted this ICU unit?
Yes, the Bank of Ghana has adopted that. Here, for example, is a monitoring unit. All the ICU rooms are supposed to have CCTVs because these are people in critical conditions. They hardly move. You need to be able to make an intervention when there's some form of urgency. So you're going to have the nurses and some of the medics here who will be monitoring them on screen. This is another one for another part of the ICU. Then crossing over is where you have an extremely critical case. So these ones, you have very isolated people. So you have, all these are one-way accesses, fully blocked with hermetic controls there. This are exclusive, one-room, extremely critical care places. Okay. So you just have one bed and a patient who can practically not move at all. Has an extremely critical case. Everyone here will be on ventilator. Okay. That's what you're likely going to have. So you have 5 of them out of the total 21 bed ICU unit. Okay. This takes you out of the ICU block or the ICU wing, and it takes you into the exit corridor. This place has 2 exits. One that way and one this way. This exit is actually meant for patients who are expired. So patients who pass on, they go into a cold room here, we call the cadaver. The cadaver is a cold room. And then this aisle is where the medics would always pass to exit. Okay. They would have to walk through this place into what we call the decontamination chambers. This is an infectious disease facility, so people coming here would have to be effectively PPE controlled or protected, so they don't get infected. But when they are going to the medical block, they need to clean up, so they don't go into the medical block with any infection. So you do that decontamination in the chamber. We have 3 chambers. That's why the facility is unique. So you realize that the workflow for a normal hospital is not the same as the workflow here. The entrance into this facility and your exit are totally different. Because the only way to exit is for you to be properly decontaminated. This is the first of the chambers. I go. Yeah. And this is the second of the decontamination chamber. Okay. And then you have the third. By the third, you are the medical officer or nurse or whoever is serving here, the frontliner, is clean and now can walk into the medical block. This medical has a pharmacy. It has, it has 2 dispensaries, and it also has a lounge for the medics.
Okay.
They can have their lunch, and there's a kitchenette out there. So they can have some comfortable place, watch TV, relax after their stressful times in there. Okay. There are a number of meeting rooms that go all the way to the end. And you also have the lab at that point. The lab we are putting together is supposed to be close to what you have in Gucci. So most of the cases that come here, we don't need to wait for samples to be sent all the way to another lab before you can confirm whether somebody has an infection or not. Okay. It's one of the courtyards you have for the medics. And you realize now that you have a different block, even though it looks like one whole unit. So this is the entire medical block with various meeting rooms and also offices for the medics. The medics, we are going to enter what we call the PPE gowning room. This PPE gowning room is where the medics will prepare to go to the treatment area to take care of patients.
Oh, okay.
This again is a one-way access. So when you go in, you don't return. Okay. The only way to return is for you to come through the decontamination chamber. Okay. So we can go back in, and you see we practically done a very beautiful U-turn. Far at the end is what we call the victory aisle. This particular aisle, we call it the response aisle, because when there are cases, you need to respond to the cases. Okay. So we walk down the victory aisle.
Okay, and whilst we do that, I just want to ask, because we also want as many people to take part in this challenge. You're asking people to contribute at least 10 Ghana cedis. Yes. Explain.
Very well. We are currently underfunded, or we have a funding gap of about 6.5 million. It was 7.1, but we got some donations coming in yesterday and on Monday, and that has closed the funding gap to about 6.5 million. This is a property that belongs to the people of Ghana. It's something that is being driven by the private sector. The private sector are not just business corporates or public corporates. The private sector is every single person, every single individual in your own capacity. You are part of the private sector. When you donate to this project, you actually don't do anybody any special favors. You may just be protecting your own self. You may just be protecting the life of a family member, a neighbor, a friend, or for sure, another human. And that is service to humanity, something that we should all be called to do. So all we've done here is make it possible for everybody to participate and own this property. This property doesn't belong to any individual. It's going to be operated by the Ministry of Health and the Ghana Health Service for the public. And services and treatments often in the infectious disease facilities are often for free. So we are all going to be beneficiaries of it. Absolutely. So all we've asked is that people dial *718*25*219#. I know it's long, but to save your own life, to save the life of another person, your family member, a friend, it is more than worth it. *718*25*219#. Dial it, follow the prompts, or visit our website www.ghanacovid19fund.com, and you have various donation options. By your Visa card, if you don't live in Ghana, you want to donate from outside, or you want to use that, and you have the option to also pay into our bank account. It is in there. Our funds are transparently managed. The fund manager is Stanley Ghana Limited. I don't manage the funds. The trustees don't manage the funds. It's Stanley, which is a subsidiary of Stanbic Bank. Okay. The project accountant is KPMG, and the fund auditors are Ernst & Young. We operate above board, and this is totally transparent. Okay. Some people have confused this with the government fund. It's not the government fund, but we definitely collaborate with the government fund. Okay. Yeah. All right. And that's the victory hour. When you are cured of any infection, this is how you exit. Okay. So while when you are sick, you come in that way. When you're well, you go out this way.
Okay.
If you are lounge, and also as a patient, you also get decontaminated before you leave.
Finally,
with your family waiting for you.
Okay, great. I just want to end by saying I'm taking up this challenge that you've thrown out to all citizens of Ghana. So I'm contributing, and when you do, you also have to nominate 5 persons.
Absolutely.
So here we go with my 5 friends in the media that I'm nominating. You, Roland Walker, I am nominating you, Roland Walker of Joy News. Also extending an invitation to Omahene Kwabena Sante and Obi of Adum TV and Ekosiseng on Asempa FM. I'm stretching out and nominating my friend Kojo Akotoboasing of City FM and Francis Aban of Star FM. Join, let's all contribute towards the completion of this project.
Thank you so much, Mama V. Stoneboy, if you can hear me, shatter! Shatter this challenge for us. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, back to you, Roland Walker. And it's interesting that we're in this facility. I know you're also talking to our colleague, Gary Al Smith, who is recovering at the UGMC. One of the things we've been talking about is stigmatization, and he's doing a fantastic job. So stay with us and enjoy this next conversation. Please don't stigmatize. Stay safe.
Yeah. Engineer. Mama, we will budget.